mother, can you hear me whining? It's been 3 whole weeks since that I have left your home. This sudden fear has left me trembling. 'Cause now it seems that I am out here on my own, and I'm feeling so alone. I have to turn to the bright streets and the broken homes. Some call it some call it nights. I wanna take you through a wasteland I got to call my own. Welcome to paradise. A gunshot rings out at the station. Another urchin snaps and left dead on his own. It makes me wonder why I'm still here. But some strange dreams and it's now feeling like my home, and I'm never gonna go. Pay attention to the bright streets and the broken homes. Some call it some call it nice. I wanna take you through a wasteland I like to call my own. Welcome to paradise. Can you hear me laughing? It's been so long since that I have left your home. It makes me wonder why I'm still here. But since I treat it's now feeling like my home, and I'm never gonna go. Some call it nights. I wanna take you through a wasteland I like to call my own. Welcome to paradise.
All right, that was Welcome to Paradise by Green Day, which is actually kind of funny because the name of the album that it comes from is called Dookie, and y'all are going to hear why this song was chosen as well, if I could talk straight, as the name of the podcast. Zombie knows all about it, don't you, Zombie?
I do. Yeah, Green Day, you might have heard of them.
You know that funny little band, from Canada,
their band.
Well, just that one like little indie band from Canada,
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yesterday at my job was hysterical because a sewage line broke out in the parking lot, like underneath one of the grate things. I forget the technical name for it. But yeah, we literally had a shit creek of just straight brown.
The manhole? It couldn't have been a manhole.
No, it was a physical grate because there wouldn't have been physical fecal matter if it was a manhole.
Unless it exploded.
Okay, fair. But yeah, it was really interesting to, walk outside my job and it's like, whoo! Like, oh, this stinky.
You're like, this smells like oh.
I'm like, what smells like shit? Oh god damn it. I actually at first when I went out the first time with one of my managers, D, because I didn't believe that all of this had happened until she's like, here, I'll show you. I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. We both go out from the back door, and I see it before I could smell it. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, this is literally like Little Shit Creek right in the parking lot. Great. Then you see cars going right through it, and I'm like,
no.
I'm like, we need to get someone out here because this is a biohazard.
It is.
Like that's one way you could transfer infections, diseases, all of that is through
cholera.
Right. And so one of my coworkers, E, was on the phone when I left with somebody on base because we technically can't call the non-emergency number because it's within the county and they can't really respond to something on base because base has their own police force and their own fire department. So I think what E did, and I'm going to ask him on Friday when I see him, if he called like the base's version of non-emergency or if he called the fire department or whatever, like I'll find out all the information because E is a fucking, he's got loose lips. I mean, that's why I found out about that one kid that was jerking off in the goddamn bathroom. It's like, oh, great.
Like it's in my head now.
Right. It's funny because my mom still brings it up. She's like, I will never use the bathroom in your workplace again. I'm like, yeah, I honestly don't blame you.
Right.
Just like, oh, good Lord, that's how you really make an impression. 16 years old, you're fired from your first job on a military base because you're spanking the monkey. I know, right? I remember when Eve was first telling me all this, I was like, bro, what the hell? He's like, I don't know, but it was something to behold, apparently. I'm like, ew, shut up. That was so funny because nobody was saying anything about it at first, but like I said, E's got loose lips, so anything you need to know, just ask E.
He's a gossip monger.
Pretty much. Like, not so much gossip as that he doesn't keep his mouth shut. So don't ever tell him any secrets, or everybody will fucking
I'm like that too. Someone would be like, I need to tell you a secret. I'm like, don't tell me. I'll tell the first person I see.
Right. You'll be like, so-and-so has a third leg or some shit like that. Speaking of third leg, I hate the fact that I can't even see a fucking KFC commercial now. I'm fucking dying. God damn it. No, North American, big old bucket of chicken, finger licking. Man, that's a big ass.
That's what happens every single time you see him.
Right. It was funny though, because when I was trying to actually set up the music for the stream, I had Hulu up on my computer because the sound is not as fucked on my computer as it is on my TV for shit on Hulu. Because I swear Hulu works off of the fact that most folks have surround sound. I don't. Well, like dialogue scenes are real quiet. It's like I can't fucking hear it. Then it's like boom, action everywhere. It's like fucking hell. And so I've been watching The Strain on my laptop. So I almost brought up The Strain on fucking stream on accident. Good thing I didn't. Next thing you know, my channel's fucking taken down because everybody's throwing a copyright strike. I mean, that'd be funny. Just me watching The Strain while stoned and being completely freaked out by the vampiric worms.
I'm still perplexed by that. Like,
right, Guillermo del Toro, what was your logic behind these parasitic vampire worms? Like, dude.
Exactly. Like, in all of virology, I am not aware of. Well, I mean, there's tapeworms, but tapeworms are really consumed through food and saliva, not like the worms in that show are transferred like fucking rabies.
Pretty much from what I've seen so far, like I haven't watched the show in a couple of days. I'm still on season 1. I've been kind of giving myself a break so I don't get, worn out, which never mind. uh, but shut up. He's 6'6". I can't help it. But the way those parasitic worms are transferred is through wounds. Like, let's say you're fighting one of these, infected vampires, and they cut you. They can easily get a worm into that wound. Or if they obviously, bite your neck, then you're gonna get a fucking worm in your neck. Or in Sean Astin's character's case, which spoilers, this show's been out for 10 years, so. But there'll be that one person, you spoiled this show for me. Yeah, Sean Astin's character got infested with vampire worms, and he got his head blown off. Just like, welp, yep, that happened. I was like, no, not Samwise
Gamgee. It's more how you get tetanus, but again, tetanus is a bacterium; it's not a worm.
Right.
Fun fact, everybody, a surprising amount of folks don't know this. Botulism. The botulinum toxin, the bacteria that produces it, is actually a relative of the bacterium that produces tetanus. They are both in the same family of bacteria, and they're both soil bacteria. And they live in anaerobic, and they thrive in anaerobic environments. Not aerobic environments. They don't do aerobics. Anaerobic environments. Lack of oxygen.
Yeah, they don't go to yoga and shit like that.
Yeah.
Unless your yoga is out in the woods, and you don't have a yoga mat. Right.
And they can get in the same way that you can with tetanus, where like a wound.
Right, like if you step on it, then you're fucked if you don't have a tetanus shot.
Yeah. And but the most common way you encounter botulism is, of course, with poorly preserved food, generally pickling and canning. Because if you don't do it correctly, the botulinum bacteria will thrive there. And unfortunately, they are colorless, tasteless, and odorless.
Right, like you won't know if something's infected with botulism until it's too late.
Well, there are ways. Like if you open something, like say a can of tuna, and it makes a hissing noise, like it degasses, or like it starts to bubble, that's a sign that you shouldn't eat it.
That's a bad sign. Pretty much with at least with me, with any canned food, if it makes any noises aside from opening it, I'm not eating it. that means it's done. It's you need to throw it away.
Because those two things are generally the main ways that you can recognize the botulinum toxin. Though what's really ironic to me, deadliest fucking toxin on the planet, literally the deadliest. There is no deadlier, and we use it as lip filler.
Ah, yes, Botox.
If you ever want to know what Botox is, that's what Botox is. The reason it's called Botox is because of botulinum toxin. And what it does is it paralyzes the face muscles, or it paralyzes the muscles wherever it's injected.
Right. Obviously temporarily, because it's not a forever fix.
Yeah. They use it to like fix wrinkles and stuff. But
yeah, look at Matt Gates. He looks like a fucked up Ken doll now because of it.
Right. And the thing is, like, the amount of the toxin used there is like parts per billion, if I recall.
Yeah, like an extremely small amount, because any more, then you're gonna be fucking dead.
Yeah, I mean it's a neurotoxic toxin, and the reason it's deadly is because it paralyzes your entire body, much like snake venom, but even deadlier and faster working. It's actually why they tell you not to give infant's honey either.
Yeah, exactly. Because babies have not developed the right antibodies to fight that sort of bacteria.
I found out that it's not so much about antibodies so much as it is building an acidic enough environment to where that intestinal botulism is much more difficult to take hold. Infants don't really have that built yet.
Yeah, they got brand new tummies.
They got brand new tummies, and so they really have no defenses against that kind of thing. Though I still have yet to find an answer as to why babies can't drink water. There's tons of things saying don't give your baby water, but there's nothing saying why you shouldn't give your baby water.
I believe it's the fact that like for example, if either of us drinks way too much water, like multiple gallons a day, we could die. It's almost the same concept with babies, but at a smaller scale.
Mm.
And also, there's actually really no need for babies to be ingesting water because they're getting all that. They're getting water and everything that they need from either formula or breast milk.
Mm-hmm.
So they technically, up until about a year old, they do not need bottled water, for example, like in a sippy cup. I mean, you can, at least before the age of 1, you could introduce it little by little, but a newborn, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Because their main source of liquid and everything is within, like I said, formula and breast milk.
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard you giggle during breast milk. Were you thinking about that one scene from your stories?
Yep.
Weaponizing the boob.
Yep.
Squirt gun.
Mm-hmm.
And that poor guy, he's just like, what the fuck?
Well, yes, that's there's very little that makes him squeamish.
Except
but that
for
is
that.
one.
Oh my god. I mean, hey, women have been weaponizing, breast milk for hundreds of years, if not thousands.
That's why you got to be careful about scorning a woman who's nursing in public.
Exactly. She could aim that thing and fire. Mm-hmm. And remember, she's got 2. Yep. She's dual wielding. Good old dual wielding. God damn it. Oh, and I forgot what I was about to say. God damn it. I hate it when that happens.
Marshmallow.
Oh, nice. I have Sour Patch Kids, and I got the tropical ones because I've never tried those, and I can actually have them. There's no grape. The 4 different flavors within this bag. One of them I'm probably gonna hate, and that's pineapple because I am not a fan of pineapple. There's passion fruit, tropical twist, and paradise punch. Yeah, the pineapple one. I'm just like, probably not.
Yeah, I don't like pineapple either. I don't understand why anybody likes pineapple.
Right. I mean, it's. Whew, sorry. God damn. I breathed wrong. I don't know how the hell I did that, but I did. Good thing I have an inhaler. Yeah. Yes. Apparently, I'm a fish. Even though if I try to breathe water, I'll choke too. I don't. What can I breathe now?
Right. Maybe that liquid stuff from that movie.
Wait a minute, which liquids? There's a lot of liquid stuff.
Is it like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I'm like, okay, it does not compute. You asked the cinephile about the liquid stuff. There's so much liquid stuff.
Because I I think it's that movie where they have this like liquid breathable liquid.
It might be. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that film.
I remember that film very distinctly because of the water monster.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're like it activates autism, but that's why I remember it.
Mm-hmm. Well, more so anything, like I didn't think much of it until everybody was trying to say it was a sci-fi movie. I was like, no, it's not. It's fantasy. Didn't you see the water monster? That's a fantasy water monster.
Right. Actually, that reminds me, I need to rewatch League of Extraordinary Gentlemen because I have it on DVD. And even though technically that movie was a major flop, it's one of like my guilty pleasures where I actually do enjoy it. Because it's like the literary Avengers with all, like Dorian Gray, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Goddamn, what's her fucking face? She was in the Dracula novel. Fucking Harker? Wilhelmina Harker, I believe. She's the one who was with Van Helsing in the Dracula novel. But
and
yeah,
I want to kill Van Helsing.
It's like Book Avengers. And I'm like, yes.
And I want to kill Van Helsing. Kill Van Helsing. I think of that every time now.
I mean, speaking of guilty pleasure films, Van Helsing's another one.
A lot of folks like Van Helsing, actually. I found that out. Because Van Helsing is like, everything is like early 20th century horror in the modern day. Like, it has that vibe.
Right. And hey, you get, at least in that film, you get a little bit of everything when it comes to like the OG Universal like monsters. You get Frankenstein, you got the Wolfmen, really, there's multiple. And then you get Dracula himself.
Yeah.
And also
one of my most favorite movie quotes ever is in that movie.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like this, one of the vampire wives is like talking smack to the female protagonist, and she's like, what do you think about that? And the female protagonist just stabs her and says, I think if you're going to kill somebody, kill them. Don't stand there talking about it.
Right.
And I was like, thank you.
It's like, thank you, Kate Beckinsale. We needed this. Now I've actually got my copy of Dracula, and I'm looking up that fucking name to see if I got it right. Because I want to say it is Wilhelmina Harker.
Hashtag Nosferatu.
Yep, it is Harker. Yep, I'm right. Like, she was married to Jonathan Harker, and they both worked with Van Helsing to try to, capture Dracula. I want to suck your blood.
I want to suck your blood. I can never pronounce
I love how this has turned into like a vampire podcast because we kind of started off the strain. Now we're back on Dracula.
Right.
I mean, it's better than what's going on in the world right now.
Right, like with Nosferatu or whatever his name is.
I love how you called him that, and I'm like, bro, that's an insult to vampires. And you're like,
I can't pronounce his fucking name for the life of me. Every single time I see it, I read it as Nosferatu, and so I've just decided to call him that. But you pretty much is a soul-sucking, hideous vampire, so checks out.
I mean, I learned to pronounce his name from this. I want to say a young age, but at least long enough to know how to pronounce it. Unfortunately,
I didn't even know he existed until the whole most recent Palestine conflict thing.
You're like, I didn't know Israel had a fucking prime minister. What the fuck?
Pretty much.
Unfortunately, I've known about it for like 2 decades. It seems like, or however long he's been in office.
I mean, I know of like Israel as a place. I recognize their flag that they have, but that was pretty much all I knew about Israel.
Right. Fucking Nosferatu. God damn it.
Again, Every single time I see his name, that's how I read it. I can't pronounce his actual name, so I just have settled on calling him that. I don't really care to learn how to pronounce his name properly because he doesn't deserve it.
Right. You're like, I will dead name this motherfucker right here, right now.
Exactly.
It's like, you've lost your last name. You're Nosferatu now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody like calling this like the land of Israel. Israel, y'all, was a wrestling name.
Right.
Like that is something I actually really enjoy. Like yes, Israel is mentioned in the Bible, not as a country, but as a name of a person. And how this person earned said name was he wrestled somebody, and God was like, "You won this wrestling match. You are now named Israel." So basically they have an entire country named Hulk Hogan.
I hope
I am not wrong.
Oh, I think it was her listening. The viewer dropped. Uh-oh. But yeah.
I mean, they basically have Hulk Hogan country, the country of Hulk Hogan. That's basically what they are. Because Israel is the wrestling name of somebody in the Bible. They could also, Israel might also as well be named Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson land.
Oh my God. Oh God, I'm just seeing like an ad on my YouTube on my TV. Fucking Mel Gibson's still doing films. What the fuck?
Oh wow.
What the hell is Monster? Oh, it has that one kid from Black Phone, the dumbass who went into the van. Oh, you got black balloons? That's cool. Gets fucking maced and shoved in there.
I mean, granted, I would have done that too.
Like, oh, cool, black balloons. Next thing you know, yeet. It's like, oh shit. All right.
One thing my mom was very good about was teaching me not to talk to strangers and beware of giant vans.
Right.
Especially giant windowless vans.
Mm-hmm. Or any man at the top hat say, "You want to see a magic trick?" It's like, son of a... I still love how you were just like, damn, I didn't know Ethan Hawke actually had some meat on him. I thought he was a skinny old man.
Yeah, I did. I legit thought that he was a scrawny old man, and then I saw him in Black Phone, and I was like, God damn, you're not a skinny old man. Color me surprised.
It was great seeing that in theaters with my brother Jay, and I just hear from like my right, I hear him go, "What the fuck?" When you see shirtless Ethan Hawke, Booba Hawk, because he's got the fucking Texas beef brisket going on. But yeah, and I'm over there like, fuck. Like, oh no.
Oh no.
I still need to ask my friend D, who I used to work with, if he's even watched Black Phone yet. Because I told him that that was a good film, and he's like, yeah, I need to watch that then. This is the same guy who makes fun of me for the Ethan Hawke crush. I'm just like, dude, really? You over here talk about Hottie McGonagall from the Fantastic Beasts, like third film, I think. I don't know.
What?
Apparently, in the third.
I know. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, he felt like young McGonagall was hot. I was just like, yeah, you keep talking about her. Oh, I got a notification on my phone. I thought for a second, I'm like, oh, fuck, is he listening? It's like, last thing I need is a message like, hey, stop calling me out on Heidi McGonagall.
I do worry with my characters. I'm just like, what am I going to unleash?
Right. Oh my god, the fucking fictional character thing on my goddamn Facebook. You're like, just for shits and giggles, you put that one character in, I'm like, bet. I I mean, you've heard my rendition of Stacy's mom, so you already know where I'm going with that. Oh, hey Kay, what's up?
Hi, Kay. I'm actually almost to the end of my editing of the second pass of editing my second book.
Ooh, nice.
I got 6 pages left.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love when you told me that you had like 300 some, what was it, like 380 something pages last night?
376 in particular.
Oh, okay, I was close.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was just like, damn, you got a girthy book going on.
Mm-hmm. And that's just in document form. If it's in novel form, like it's going to be actually even more pages.
Look at you being a little writer. But hey, at least your stuff is definitely like fresh blood when it comes to fantasy novels, I should say.
Yeah. There's one character in my books that will probably cause a lot of controversy. Even though they really shouldn't. They're a nice person.
Right, but assholes out there have to be assholes.
Oh yeah. The homophobes, the racists, the TERFs will all come out of the woodwork.
You're like, I'm gonna be the anti J.K. Rowling over here. Everybody's gonna be.
No joke. One of the reasons I decided to dive headlong into this series was just to create a better fantasy world than J.K. Rowling.
Right. I mean, hey, every time she misgenders one of your characters, I love the idea of donating money to
just quietly donate like $1,000 to a charity.
Exactly.
Or maybe even put it under the name of J.K. Rowling.
That's what I do. That's petty, and that's what I would do. Just like, guess what? J.K. Rowling donated $1,000 to such and such charity. Then J.K. Rowling, the real one, would be like, "What the fuck? No, I didn't."
Mm-hmm.
At that point, then you're just like sitting in your home in your little reading nook going,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I won't stop her from misgendering my characters. Misgender away.
It's like, keep going. You're really helping out the trans community.
You're really helping the trans community. You might even become their biggest donor.
Right. Which is the irony, is that she would be helping the trans community. It's like, let's turn this bad thing into a good thing. A very good thing.
Yeah. Probably from all the gaming you've been doing. I mean, understandable, but still.
Yeah, I've been having recent headaches too because I'm working around different computer systems.
My ex would play video games so often that his eyes would literally become damaged.
Yeah, I used to be like that like 15 years ago, like when I was a teenager, but not so much now. Like, it's very rare. Like, unless I have like the time and like the bandwidth, like brainwaves to actually sit down and game, that I will. But those days are too far in between.
Well, no, I mean, it's just like he would literally complain about how his eyes hurt and everything, and I'm just like, well, it's because you're playing all those fucking video games.
Mortal Kombat, do. I mean, Mortal Kombat's a classic game.
Never played it actually because I didn't like how it only moves side to side.
I played the original Mortal Kombat games. I've not played the newest one. I think it's Mortal Kombat X or 10 or something like that. I've seen clips of it. It looks fucking awesome.
I haven't played any games in a while because, again, I just don't feel like I can.
Yeah, understandable. I still have to beat Resident Evil Village, though. I'm still stuck with. Yeah, I'm still in the spot where I'm being chased by Lady D completely.
I'll spare that lecture. I'll spare that rant. I have like the latest the latest re-release of Skyrim that I still haven't played. In fact, I would say I haven't even turned on my Xboxes in well over a year, maybe even 2 years.
Oh wow! I mean, a few weeks ago, I actually turned on my Xbox, played a little bit of Minecraft because I have that downloaded onto my Xbox One. So I felt like doing a mindless task that didn't involve me moving.
When I do that, I turn to drawing.
Right. It's like your brain's working, but your body doesn't have to work that much. Right.
I just don't feel like I can.
Aw. See, your partner wants the best for you. They want you to play.
I know, they're very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
They're an extremely sweet partner.
Oh no, the beatus. I'm kidding.
I literally tell them they're gonna give me the beatus.
Right. Right, same here.
I am immersing myself in my books and in my drawings. Be more specific.
Right.
Monday.
Oh my god. Immerse yourself. Breed your mare. I'm kidding. Or submit your mare. That's what I should say. The name of that fucking website is like submit your mare.
Yeah, Lane's End Farm is just like so like intense. The wording. Submit your mare.
It's like, god damn, okay. You want her, okay, take her, go.
Yeah, right. It's just like what am I submitting her for? Judgment? Like
right. Is she on trial?
Right, exactly.
What are the charges? Do I need a lawyer?
Right.
Oh my god. That is no, it's just submit your mare for breeding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing I know definitely Zombie will tell y'all is that it's like even though I don't really game very often anymore, I do definitely watch movies. I'm a definite cinephile when it comes to that.
I've mostly just been working on all my stories and everything. Cause really I'm so disabled that I have to put all my eggs in one basket. And so I have to make sure I put 110% into that basket.
Right. I mean, same here, Kay. If is Game Pass still $15 a month? Because the last I had it was $15 a month. I don't know if they upped their prices at all. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. Because I had access to the Yakuza game series, but now I don't anymore because they were free on Game Pass. And they're downloaded, but they're not playable. Oh, okay. It's still $15 a month. Okay. Which isn't bad when you have 15.
I would do art streams, but I'm scared now.
Oh yeah, you don't want like AI coming in and swooping and taking your shit.
It's literally happened to me before. I'll never forget it. I felt so upset. Because like I once had commissions open, and it was even just $25 for a fully illustrated colored commission. Just $25 for it. And I had no takers. The only taker I had was our mutual friend Bree.
Oh god, and game emulators. Whoo, that's a gamble right there.
Mm-hmm.
And a hair illegal.
Yeah. And like I kept getting offers for exposure and like that kind of thing. I had folks saying that, oh, they want my illustrations, but they don't want to pay that much money. Well, years later, I'm looking for references for my Eastern dragons. And I come across a quote unquote drawing that looks very familiar.
Right. I remember you showed me that versus your original artwork. It's like, god damn.
Yeah. I was like, that looks strangely familiar. Why is it here? And I looked at it, and it was on a t-shirt on Etsy being sold for $30. Meanwhile, my work was apparently too expensive at $25.
25, I think, is extremely reasonable. Like, that's actually very good. Because don't you have a commission from another artist that's like, I don't know how much money it was, but it's like a stupid amount. But it's worth it.
Allison Theus. Her commissions, she doesn't open commissions very often, and she's actually a very well-known artist. And so her commissions, the one I ordered, wasn't even the most expensive that she had, but it was $250.
Which is still a lot.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's worth every penny. But you know, my stuff, like I do really intricate stuff, and I was like literally offering it for like $25, and that was too expensive. And then years later, I see a derivative of my work from AI pasted on t-shirts for $30.
Which is ridiculous. Like, it is definitely stupid.
Yeah. And so I was planning on art streams to earn like a little bit of supplemental income until I get like my main books out. Right. But now I'm too scared. And especially because now they're actually starting to scrape the drawing process of streamed art streams to make AI art seem more genuine. It's really nefarious.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if and when you decide to go down that route of doing art streams, I can help you set up. I mean, like doing this setup right now is not too hard, and you have a better computer than I do.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't necessarily feel comfortable doing that. Thanks, AI.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the only one. There's a lot of artists like myself who are like, I no longer feel safe putting my work out there because I feel like it's going to be scraped by AI.
Right.
There are programs you can use. Nightshade is the one I'm thinking of using. You know what would be really interesting? I don't know if any studio I would ever work with would consider this, but let's assume that my stories make it big. Let's assume. I wonder if we could have the entire show like have Nightshade pasted on it.
Huh.
So that way, if AI tries to scrape from any show that's made of it, it's going to be corrupted.
Right.
There's also another one called Glaze, but Glaze actually requires that you like actually tinker with your art.
Oh.
And I'm not very comfortable with that. I didn't draw my art just to make it not look like my art.
Right. You're like, my style's my style, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. And so Nightshade is the one I'm really thinking of using.
Which badass name though for a program.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, it's called that because the way it works is that if AI tries to scrape somebody's art and that art has nightshade used on it, the program nightshade will poison the AI. It's, but for all intents and purposes, a virus.
That whole concept's actually kind of metal. See, we're living it up like we're in an action spy movie now, and it's terrifying.
Like,
we thought it'd be cool, but nope, it is legit scary.
mm-hmm. I mean, again, I think all of us understand now why "May you live in interesting times" was a Greek insult.
Last night, they fucking knew, man. They fucking knew.
Oh, I had a thought and then I lost it.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. We have wildfire smoke over us today.
Oh, fun.
All the way from Canada.
Fucking Canada. I have a bone to pick with Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
It's funny because my grandmother lived in fucking Alberta for most of her life before coming down here.
There's actually, I mean, I've been having a lot of conversations about this recently. A lot of folks, and I want to say Canada is the worst offender of how the world basically goes, well, I'm not the US, ergo I get a free pass, you know?
Right.
Like, Canada's the worst about it because Canada has this like persona of being nice and kind and everything that they have
The stereotype of being, you know, like stupid, like sweet and nice, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it helps them, you know, sort of every single time somebody's like, you guys have a major racism problem, not to mention what you've done to the indigenous populations there. They're like, but the US, right? We're not them.
I honestly think that Canada had more residential schools than the US.
I believe they did, yes.
Yeah, because it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still uncovering mass graves of children to this day.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of things that folks don't know is that whole thing really started in Ireland. There's those schools in Ireland too, and they're also uncovering mass graves.
Exactly. There was actually laws at one point that forbade an Irishman from teaching his son or daughter about Catholicism.
Mm-hmm.
That you yourself could not teach your child about the religion. It had to be a clergy member.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good old Ireland, the land of the first of the colonized.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Grandma and Grandpa, or great grandma, great grandpa. Fuck. Elvira and Thomas, I think. Fuck. Which my fucking grandmother's name being Elvira was the most badass thing, and my great aunt's name was Elvira. Why couldn't my name be that?
I mean, you could legally change your name to Elvira.
I mean, that'd be pretty fucking metal. It would fucking fit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of everybody misspelling my name and shit.
I'm used to everybody mispronouncing my name. That nobody knows what to do with a silent H.
It's like Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Which zombie's name's Maria, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually one of my fucking boss's names. But it's spelled like it's spelled different. It's spelled I don't know. And I'm also trying not to dox my fucking boss. That's why I'm like, shit, how should I go about this? But, yeah.
But, you know, the own thing I have with my name made me recently think, it's like, one of my characters in my books, I want to make the H's at the end of her name silent, just to fuck with everybody.
Oh, no. Yeah, I could see that, Kay. Aw. I mean, in all honesty, and if my mom's listening, sorry, but I was apparently named after an ex-girlfriend of my dad's. Mom didn't know that was why he chose the name. He just chose the name Christine because it popped up in his head because of his ex-girlfriend, or of an ex-girlfriend.
I was named after 2 celebrities.
Right. I mean, my 2 older brothers have very stereotypical Irish names. Then you get to me, French.
Mm-hmm.
French derivative. It's funny though, because I work with a lot of Latino women, and they're the only ones I give passes to for calling me Christina, because that is literally my name in their language. So, but anyone who's not Latina says Christina, that's when I get a complex. Aww.
Trying to think, like, I mean, honestly, you just made me think of Keith David.
That's what I was just thinking, dude. Amazing voice actor, though. Amazing actor.
He is my dream cast for one of my characters.
Right. I mean, I loved him in The Princess and the Frog, as Dr. Felicie.
He'll always be Captain Anderson to me.
Right.
Captain Anderson and the Arbiter.
Mm-hmm. I got voodoo, I got hoodoo, I got things I haven't even tried. And I got friends on the other side. Sorry.
I'm not much of a movie person, so no.
Meanwhile, I am. I mean, I pretty much live in a Blockbuster store. It's like, you want to watch a TV series? I got a couple.
It's funny, like, I'll say that like to a stranger, like, oh, I haven't watched that movie, and they're like, oh, well, now you need to watch it. I'm like, okay, I won't.
I think the only instance where that's not the case is that if I came to your place and I brought over Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Because you do watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yo.
And you're like, hi, Ricky! So, just Ricky is the namesake for Little Ricky, my hisser.
I know. Better is a more, it's a luckier name than the one I would have picked.
Right. I mean, you do have a pretty name. We both have basic bitch names. That's pretty much the thing. How have you been doing, Ricky? I think this is the first time you've ever popped in. It's funny because Ricky is also a THC user.
A gigantic tuna.
Right. Yes. All right, so who's on panel with me is my friend Zombie, who I've known for over 5 years. And yeah, we just like talking about nonsense, really.
Yeah, that's what we do all the times on these streams.
We're just making it semi-public.
Mm-hmm.
Editing out some details.
Really started out, as just like emotional support background noise for anybody who needs it.
I mean, for the most part, we do have just nonsense going on, but we do have deep talks about stuff like we had earlier with, Nosferatu.
Hashtag Nosferatu.
Oh, okay. I want to switch out little Ricky into another enclosure that's a little bit bigger for her,
I'm still saying you need to contact those folks. Like
I know about Harvey, the
you need
other
to get on
one.
it. They might even be willing to pay you for that, Hisser.
Oh fuck yeah! Actually, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm actually gonna look up that shit.
Put it down.
Yep.
Put it down.
Even though, yo.
Put it down.
Okay, I am writing it down, bitch.
Ah. Well,
Yeah,
fight
Ricky. Ah. I was gonna say, if anyone hasn't realized, I am on the ZA, so I'm just like, woohoo. I think I took
figure out like.
Oh,
you know what?
Yo.
At the 300 subscribers mark, we do an entire podcast as Becky and Randy.
Oh no! Ultimate personalities. our redneck / Midwestern personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I when I get 1,000 subscribers, I will cam up.
Yeah. Same here.
If someone gives me $1,000 or I get 1,000 subscribers, then I'll cam up.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind being on panel with you though. Just shooting the shit like this.
You do smoke.
Yes, I unfortunately cannot, Kay, because my lungs are terrible.
I'm actually surprised that my body isn't reacting as badly as usual to the smoke. That's
right.
I mean, the smoke is mostly in the upper atmosphere here, but I'm super sensitive to wildfire smoke, and it makes me extremely sick.
Right. Oh, don't mind me. I walked away so I could light an incense, and hopefully not.
I was actually thinking of lighting incense myself. So, guys, incense break.
Right. Yeah, I got dragon's blood, and zombie pretty much has a combination that describes like a witchy seance. That kind of profile of smells. Oy, ow, shit. Right. I know in your state, Kay, it is so fucked when it comes to THC laws. I mean, my state's only a hair better. It's starting to get bad, but I could at least grow the plants here, only up to 6, and I can't have over a set amount in my possession, or I could be charged. But it's funny though, I do have seeds that my aunt from California sent me, so I could definitely grow the plants if I wanted to, and I actually have thought about it, so I could make my own, edible baits and just edible gummies with the cannabis oil. But Ricky, if you're still in here, you and me on a panel would just be complete chaos. It's already chaos if I go into your chats.
I just came up with an exorcism parody for a rap song.
Oh, Zombie, this is interesting. Ricky, and I knew about this to an extent. Right. Yeah, Ricky's taking some sort of edible, I believe, that she's able to take with her gabapentin, and you both are on the same dose.
Oh. Well, I'm about to be bumped up to 300.
Right, because even the dose you're already on was like pretty fucking mild.
Yeah, and my body do not do mild.
Okay, good luck. If you're play a hard mission, good luck.
Choosing songs is only available to Spotify Premium subscribers.
Ricky, since you're in here, I feel like I should play the sitting on the toilet.
Stop!
Oh shit!
Stop playing the song! Oh my god.
Oh no! Right.
Hey, Google, stop playing the song.
Oh no! Technical difficulties.
Thank you.
Shit. The joys of having a smart home.
I sometimes forget it's there and then it randomly activates and scares the shit out of me.
That must have been like Tony Stark when he first created Jarvis. Hello, sir. Motherfucker. Ricky, how are you doing tonight?
But I came up with I forget what the song's name is, but just out of nowhere, because one of my incense smells. I need to get frankincense, but one of my incense sticks is myrrh, and all I could think was to exorcise a demon, light myrrh, light myrrh.
Oh, and this fucking like Chingy's right there.
Yep.
Right there. Oh god, that was a fucking flashback.
Yeah.
And then you got
to exorcise a demon, light myrrh, light myrrh.
Light up the hour, light up the hour. God damn it.
Oh god, Snoop Dogg. I had Snoop Dogg stuck in my head the other day, and I was like, I don't like. Not a bad song, but I'm trying to wind down Snoop Dogg.
Oh, you're still having the Hershey squirts? Yeah, Ricky, unfortunately, a little while ago had to have her gallbladder removed, and so yeah, she's having a little bit of a hard time.
Oh yeah, my stepmom is the only one in her entire family that still has her gallbladder. As far as I'm aware, my gallbladder has not caused me issues. Knock on wood.
Right.
I do have Crohn's though, so I know your pain.
Right. It's like anytime I send you a picture of me making like my homemade mac and cheese, you're like, damn, if I eat that, I could literally shoot up all the way to Mars.
Yep. I'll have to represent America.
America! Fuck yeah! Ew, god damn! I was like, shit!
Gotta represent my Aries planet though. Just
right.
why Mars is my favorite planet. I just gotta represent. Also, it's orange.
So it's probably why I like Pluto, Roman god of the underworld. Mm-hmm.
Also, it has a heart.
Mm-hmm. But it is a planet, damn it. I don't care if it's a super
right. I mean, I wasn't like a huge like Pluto was not my favorite planet, but when I found out that they were downgrading it to a dwarf planet, third grader me was like, injustice.
Right. I was like, this is bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm. And actually, where I live, it's still legally considered a planet by the state.
Nice.
Oh, of course there was conversation. Of course there was complications.
Oh no. Oh, so fun fact, Ricky has a Doberman named Scooby.
Oh, Dobie.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dobies. I love their barks. They have very noble barks.
Right. Man, that sucks, Ricky, about the diarrhea.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I have Crohn's. I know your pain. That's basically been my life for years.
Well, I can fucking see Scooby taking over, your side of the bed and just, spooning up against your husband.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah, that's the Doberman right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like, he's a the family, but if you're a stranger,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't have furry animals. Once Joey passes away, hopefully a very long time from now.
I mean, there's been cats that have lived up to their fucking 30s, man.
Yeah. Hopefully a very long time from now. I will either, I mean, I would be open to a Sphinx.
Right.
Because even though they're not truly hypoallergenic, their allergens are much easier to manage. But more than likely, I'm going to be getting a lizard.
No. Scooby thinks he's a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's also kind of Doberman vibe right there too. Is that with their families, they pretty much are big babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I ever got a Doberman, I would have to give it a Resident Evil themed name. I just have to. Well, good thing there's plenty of names and plenty of good characters.
Mm-hmm.
Get the biggest, beefiest Doberman, name him Carl. Aw, good Dobie.
No. Give kisses on my behalf, because if I did, I would die.
Right.
Like, I would just kiss my dog on the nose and my lips would swell up.
Right.
It's crazy.
Oh. Rest in peace, Lucas.
Mm-hmm. I would probably, if I could have a Dobie, I would name the Dobie Muffin.
The most non-threatening name.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, what is this dog's name? Black Sabbath, Nemesis, Destroyer. His name is Muffin.
I mean, hell, there's plenty of good Resident Evil names. I mean, Alcina for, Lady Dimitrescu. Leon, Bill, Chris. Hashtag Chris Redfield. Hashtag that boulder punching asshole. Nemesis is another good one. Wesker. Hell, if you want to go the film route, Alice. Which the first three Resident Evil films I liked. After that, they just kind of got shitty.
I don't like the second one, but I like the first and third one.
Right. Well, I like the second one because, fucking Nemesis. I'm like, yeah!
Yeah, no, Nemesis was like the only good part of it. Well, I just thought of that because Chandler, I forget which snake of his is named, but he has a snake named Black Sabbath.
I think it may be a cobra.
No, it's not a cobra. It's a type of it's a viper.
Oh fuck, I don't know then.
Yeah, neither do I. Guy has a freaking inland taipan.
Right.
Which inland taipans, I think, are really amazing snakes. Just don't get bit by one.
Mm-hmm. They're reluctant to bite, but oh boy, when they do.
Yeah. Basically, have 30 seconds to live.
It's like, I hope you told your wife you love her, because you ain't gonna see her again. Again? Oh my god. We just got finished with the last Resident Evil film franchise, like fucking 6 years ago. What the fuck?
That just seems to be like the age we're in. Is just no more like new content, all just
It's instant repeat. Like
reboots or remasters. Like it's just pervasive, and at this point it's tiring.
Right. I mean, I still want to see the new fucking Planet of the Apes films, because yes, it is Planet of the Apes, same kind of storyline, but this one's modernized a bit. Hey, it's streaming on Hulu on the fucking August 2nd, so I can at least watch it before I get it on Blu-ray, and hope that it still goes down from $40 fucking dollars. Some bullshit.
Yeah, those are like AAA game prices, man.
Oh my god, leave Star Wars alone too. Jesus, Disney.
Well, I heard that they were gonna retcon the last three movies, which I don't blame them.
I mean, hey, Oscar Isaac looked good.
That was when I was in. Those were the movies I was introduced to Oscar Isaac, and I think that's what sabotaged any ability to be attracted to him for me.
Oh, I want to see that too, Ricky. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Right. I want to see it, but I also don't want to see it at the same time. I mean, I actually. What's the statute of limitations? 7 years. I actually pirated the first Deadpool movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, I watched it. You know, I watched a pirated Deadpool movie, the first one, which I think would be in keeping with the spirit of Deadpool.
Right.
I love Deadpool though. He's actually one of the inspirations for my characters.
Right. And fucking hell, Ryan Reynolds is a perfect match for Deadpool.
He is. He's a perfect Deadpool.
It's funny because, you know, X-Men Origins, that movie pretty much bombed. Except for Ryan Reynolds as, you know, Wade Wilson. It's like, fuck, he makes it.
Well,
he
actually,
really
Sabretooth in that movie I thought was pretty good.
Right. You know who else is in there? Fucking, you know, Mr. Duran Duran. Frederick Dukes, the Blob.
Oh, he plays the Blob? He plays the Blob?
Yep, the skinny and the fat version.
Wow.
Like, they actually put him in a fat suit and everything, which is fairly convincing until you see the shitty CG. It's like, hey, that don't jiggle like that, dude.
Well, you can't kill the character that was based off the director's dog. Come on now.
Damn, I don't know what more of a burn that is. Fuck.
Chewbacca was based off of George Lucas's Pet Malamute.
Oh yeah.
So you prefer the old yeller Chewbacca over Han Solo?
We gotta take him out back to the back of the Falcon. I'm sorry, Chewie. This is the way. And that wasn't that bad of a Wookiee call either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your yawns sound like a Wookiee call.
Yeah, funny enough, when I yawn, I do sound like a fucking Wookiee. I sound like Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess I could add that to the list of, you know, voices I can do, you know, unintentionally list.
Mm-hmm.
Barbarella. I haven't seen the original Barbarella. Yeah, Jane Fonda.
I need to feed my cat.
Uh-oh, go feed the kitty. Oh yeah, Ricky, you'll be able to hear Zombie's cat Joey meow like a little mad woman.
Maybe. Fucking hell.
Oh no, stop choking on air. That's my job.
What? Yep, I sound under. I'm going.
Oh yay, the stuff that I ordered from Matt's Curios on Etsy, my package shipped, so I'll be able to do an unboxing soon. Woohoo! Oh, no, wait, what? Oh, about Barbarella. Yeah, I do need to see it. I'm sorry! I know it is heresy, though. I mean, at least I've seen Pink Flamingos and other, you know, John Waters films. I mean, I am a fan of Divine. Meow. I hear a kitty cat.
Ugh, you got on my hands.
Also, Ricky, going back to Deadpool and Wolverine, are you just saying that because Hugh Jackman's in it? You know, because he's pretty hairy. Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't break nothing over there. Damn.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I was just asking Ricky if she's only seen Deadpool and Wolverine because Wolverine's in it. You know, Hugh Jackman's a fairly hairy guy.
I hated Wolverine. Familiarity breeds contempt. And when I was a kid, every single boy on Halloween and in school wanted to be Wolverine. And they had Wolverine backpacks, Wolverine shoes, Wolverine lunchboxes.
Yep.
Wolverine action figures. And by the time I was a teenager, I just wanted to set all Wolverine memorabilia on fire.
Damn. Oh my God, did he really? And yeah, okay, I can see that they wouldn't like Wolverine because Deadpool's humor is on point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ricky loves hairy guys. That's why I joked around and saying that she should hook up my brother because because he's we call him a semi-hairless chimpanzee.
Mm-hmm. My tastes are all over the board. Okay, there is one common denominator.
Trench coat universe. Which I think is awesome, by the way.
It wasn't until Doc Ock that I realized so many of my crushes wear trench coats.
Right.
Though I do not have a crush on Nero.
Ricky! Ricky said never watched triple X-Men porn. Popping out claws is one thing, but dildos and place of claws
No.
so unrealistic. Oh my God, Ricky! Oh my God, I'm crying. That's like the fucking. You remember the old one of Edward Penis Hands? Oh, that thing was a doozy. Yeah, yup.
Sasquatch and Yetis are a thing in my books, so they're not really mentioned, but they do exist there.
Right. Yeah, Ricky likes some real hairy. I like a little bit of fuzz, not too much though.
That reminded me of a woman who had extremely severe PCOS to the point where she had this beautiful, luxurious beard.
Oh, from all the added testosterone.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's progesterone actually. But anyway, it was literally a video about hairy women answering questions. And the question was how do you feel about being hairy? And the woman goes, I didn't like my beard, but then it grew on me.
Oh my God.
Aspiring author, aspiring.
Right. She's not published yet. She's still working on her, books.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She does mainly fantasy.
High fantasy, yep.
See, Ricky, I hang out with smart folks.
Questionable.
I would like to think I am a smart folk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
That's the thing. That's how you know that TERFs are not. That TERF ideology is rooted in misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
It is cool.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, like I said, I got my second book alone has 376 pages. My first book has 209. Actually, maybe more than that. The third book has 205, I believe.
Right. Still a hefty amount of writing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Once I get going, I don't stop.
Mm-hmm. That's good, though. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, I need a bigger bookshelf because I have a lot of fucking books that need to be put up.
I have a lot of books I don't read because reading is extremely hard for me.
Yeah.
But I remember it's just like TERFs take being called a TERF with pride, but if you say they hate women, oh, it gets under their feathers. But oh, they prove my point.
Exactly. It's like case in point, J.K. Rowling.
Mm-hmm. Because you go after women like me who have PCOS, and so we have a lot of body hair and call us trans, quote unquote.
Right.
But you know, they go after a lot of cisgender women who just have masculine traits.
Right.
And it's just like, y'all aren't just transphobes. You're fucking misogynist, and the misogynistic aspect of your beliefs is what fuels your transphobia.
Right.
And oh boy, they hate it when you say that to their face. They get mad.
But Zombie, you see, Ricky is also a writer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I am writing really because I have no choice. But I do enjoy my work.
See, I could get around that hashtag right there.
I am a artiste.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Zombie also illustrates characters in her story.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't like J.K. Rowling. I have forsworn my status as a diehard Harry Potter fan.
Right.
And I was a diehard Harry Potter fan. Like,
right. Like that was like your entire childhood.
Mm-hmm. And it almost became my entire personality, just being a Harry Potter fan. But we don't do transphobia in this house.
Mm-mm.
So I readily cast that aside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really part of any fandom anymore. I was a part of the Supernatural fandom. That's how Christina and I met.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
But after the Supernatural show ended, like that fandom was already insanely toxic, and after the show stopped, it just devolved into chaos and just cannibalized itself.
Right, became extremely, extremely toxic.
Yeah, like radioactive toxic. And it just got to a point where I was like, I can't like participate in this.
Hey, I'm glad we met though. Fuck. It's like I first met you during an episode of Extreme Overwhelm.
Oh, you got grandkids?
Mm-hmm. Ricky's grandma.
Aw.
Right.
I have no grandkids. Just for the
And I
record.
don't have kids either, but eh. But yes, Zombie, if you did not know, you probably already figured it out the way I talk about Ricky. Ricky identifies as a she, her, hers.
Oh, I mean, you've told me about her before.
Hmm.
Seems to be a very
Although I noticed, Ricky, when you get mad, you get a hair more on the masculine side than the feminine side. Oh, wow. That's pretty fucking wild, actually.
Yeah.
But even though you're not that old, I would be like, damn, I feel old.
I think my Nana was. I think my Nana L was that age. I don't know. Actually, I don't think she was. I don't think she was even that age when. Well, okay, not great grandma, but my mom had me just after her 20th birthday.
My mom was 32, and my dad was 40 fucking two when I was born. So,
And my mom was 20, and I think my dad was 24. My Nana R has actually outlived her first son.
oh wow.
Yeah. She had my Uncle Curtis when she was 14 or 15, I think. And yeah, he passed away, I want to say last year, of stroke or heart failure, one of those two.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, my Nana still going strong at 84. I don't know how.
Right.
Because she's got all sorts of stuff wrong with her.
Right. I mean, hell, I've said this before. My eldest grandparent was my grandpa on my mother's side. He was born in 1913. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing older than him was the fucking Titanic.
Nana, would you like me to draw you something? Oh, that'd be nice, but no dragons.
Right. You're like, damn it, I've been had.
Mm-hmm. And again, just for a little bit, I thought of playing a prank on her and sending that one character on.
Right. You're
And
like, hey, John Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're in Tenacity,
Mm-hmm.
the razor blade looking state.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a razor blade.
Well,
That's what I think every time I see it. It looks like a razor blade. Just like Louisiana looks like a boot. How do you always bug me when I'm about to get up? I need to go to the bathroom. Be right back.
oh boy. I mean, hey, that's cool though, Ricky, that you live out like in Amish country. You could get like cool furniture and shit. Huh? Right. Yeah, from what I understand, you are very close with your mother-in-law. I mean, my current mother-in-law is a little whacked out, but I think that's because she's from New York. Right, I remember you talking about that doll.
We'll bite you.
Like, I love all my dolls, all fucking like 35 of them. That funny enough, mainly my aunt in California finds at thrift shops and her friend's fucking attic apparently and sends dolls my way. But my favorite dolls that she's sent me so far are the ones that came from Japan in the 40s. Like my beautiful geisha doll statue. I absolutely love it.
It's getting very dark. Is there a storm headed that way? I must sit and find out. I am back, by the way. What? Let's see. Weather.
No.
What?
Well, Ricky just posted.
Posted what?
That because Ricky was very close with her mother-in-law before she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And that Ricky was actually was able to change a homophobic woman's mind about, you know, her son marrying another man, quote unquote. Oh, geez.
No. Is there a storm? No, but there is clouds. Why you give me clouds but no storm weather? If you're going to give me clouds, I demand storm. Not just clouds.
That's kind of my area for the past couple of days.
It's
a lot
obnoxious.
of but no rain.
Like I don't mind like storms. I do mind clouds. Grr.
Mm.
Bah humbug. I wish I could figure out what goat breed Black Phillip is. I saw it once, and apparently they all look like him, which is awesome.
Mm.
When I found that out, I was like, I need one.
I need like a curio cabinet or something to put my dolls in.
I also need a curio cabinet to put all my teacups in because I don't trust my cat.
Oh yeah, Joey would fucking wreck that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you have hauntings too? Should we talk about Miki?
Right.
It's like the one doll that has broken electronics in my room and has dropped a random water jug in your bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Has tampered with my computer during with the video call. It's like, what the fuck?
Right.
It's like don't put her next to a little food dog statue because she will break your fucking Blu-ray player brand new. True fucking story. And she's broken a fan as well. It's just like, all right, now I have her with the other dolls, and she's been great.
Yeah.
Nothing weird has happened at all, except for Mom knocking over Darla one day. Then she blew up her space heater.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have a sign above my dolls that says, "Please do not touch the dolls."
Mm-hmm. Advisable.
Mm-hmm. And nobody does in my family, especially my siblings, because they are terrified of them.
I don't collect dolls, but I do collect knives and stuff, and snow globes, and teacups, and skulls. I need more skulls. Good luck.
Have a good one, Ricky.
Very nice to meet you too.
Go give Michael a hug for me.
I'm having new spots up here. They're itchy.
Heck.
Can this whole like ringworm infection thing be done up with already? I don't want to turn into a clicker. I don't want to turn into a clicker. Yeah, I did have one. I have one friend, from Africa, and when they saw one of my characters, they were like, "I love this." We've now entered the part of the stream where Christine communicates through grunts.
Well, I did take 150 grams on accident, so we might be getting weird tonight. Who knows?
By accident.
Oh, yeah. See, I still can't speak English.
Question is, can you speak it while sober? There we go. That reminded me of the caw, caw, caw. Chickens don't clap.
Oh, no, I remember what I was doing. I was going to change. I don't want to listen to this music. What the fuck?
Just
Yeah,
getting
because my
super dark.
remote has a dead battery in it. And so I've been using my phone as the remote with the app, and it's fucking annoying.
Heck.
There we go. Yeah, I'm cheap and I haven't bought batteries yet.
It's like getting super dark out.
Yeah, it's borderline night over here right now.
No, like there's like a fucking storm or something.
Oh, shit.
But if it's like dark and stormy. So we're getting cooler weather than usual here because of the thing. Oh, I bet that's why the Oh, the wildfire smoke is being drawn down here. Being drawn down here and fucking up my lungs.
Heck.
I've got Baba Black Sheep stuck in my head.
Ah.
Like of all the nursery rhymes. The clouds taunt me with the storm, but do not give me storm.
Right. You're like, damn it, hit me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. We'll see how the night goes. Really, like right around now is when in my area is generally when storms really start to fire off.
Right.
It is very dark out for it just being clouds, and so I'm just like, are we sure it's just clouds?
Right. I mean, in my area today was fairly overcast. It did have a little bit of a light shower, which was bogus because we need like a heavy fucking rain.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a good rain since fucking May, I think.
We've had a couple good. I mean, monsoon season is really just starting for us,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't wait for it to like actually begin. Because the monsoon storms here are wild.
Right.
You gotta visit.
Right, the American Southwest.
You gotta visit. You gotta live here.
I know. I need to go. I need to get away from the swampy ass fucking soup heat. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hate the South.
Yeah, you and Kay.
Right. Although Kay is suffering a little more than me because Kay's a little further down.
Yeah. Kay's all the way in the very, very south.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm in the desert southwest. What is our humidity today?
Yeah, it's just a dry heat.
Our humidity right now was 28%, and that is actually high.
Fuck, let me check mine. Okay, it's about 79 degrees, and the humidity is at 83%, so it feels like 86.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here
Fuck.
it's 80. Air quality is moderate because of the smoke. Ooh, 17 mile per hour wind gusts. So sometimes, actually, I sent you a video of the time that it was like 55, 58 mile per hour wind gusts here.
Right. It's pretty fucking wild.
It was shaking the fucking house. I feel like Mother Nature is trying to huff and puff and blow my house down.
Mm-hmm. The tornadoes of Oklahoma have come back to haunt you.
Oh, God. We actually do get tornadoes here. They're nowhere near as common as in other parts of the U.S., but we do get them. In fact, one of the managers on the store across the street from me has actually seen one. on her one time on her way to Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ricky's thing is of Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually something that happened since the last time that we did a live stream. I guess we'll finally get to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ricky hates Trump, and I love her for it.
I think like everybody's freaking out about how Kamala Harris is not going to be very supportive. I think she's going to be more supported than they think. A lot of them cite how Hillary's election went in 2016. And the thing I will tell you about Hillary is that she is not a very charismatic speaker, which was a huge hindrance to her. Kamala Harris is. And so I think she does have a better chance there.
This fucking election's gonna get interesting.
What?
This fucking election's gonna get interesting.
I heard this bucket of lobsters is going to be interesting.
A bucket of lobsters.
That's what I heard.
Audio processing disorder shit.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm pretty much just fucking deaf.
Yeah, I just have auditory processing disorder, which is sometimes worse.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I usually do just say I'm partially deaf. And I have a story to back it up because when I was a kid, my eardrum burst from a really nasty, severe ear infection.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it didn't make me partially deaf, I still use that excuse and that story because I have extremely bad auditory processing disorder. And yet, I also cannot watch movies with subtitles.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I watch movies with subtitles because I can barely hear it half the time, and I can read fast.
I can't. Like when you read, do you read like those last minute side effect antidepressant voices?
Oh Jesus.
Like is that how you read? Like is that what you hear in your head when you read? Just like the stream of like that voice that does this like stream of side effects after a commercial? It's like blah, 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 blah. Is that how you read?
No, I guess so.
Because it just mystifies me.
Astute observation, yes.
I don't know why I was just reminded of the time that Link was turned into a sushi roll. Those episodes were funny though.
Right.
Yo, I got so much done on my fucking book today. I think I started, I want to say at 2, or no, actually, never mind. That book has 376 pages.
Still a lot of pages though.
That's more than I initially said because I couldn't remember which book I was thinking of. Because the other one, the one that only you know about is past 200 pages.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm in a semi non-disclosed NDA, so I can't say much.
Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Nah.
Yes. Yes, I am here on Earth. I was eating a flaming hot Cheeto.
By the way, guys, that's just how we tell if we can still hear each other. We just randomly scrim.
Right. It's like echolocation, but much more stupid.
Mm-hmm. All I have for snackies are marshmallows. I thought of getting Fritos, but my stupid jaw pain, I don't want to piss that off too much.
Mhm. I like regular Fritos, but I realized like the flavors, like the barbecue and cheese, I think it is like barbecue something. It was so salty to me. Ugh.
Their jalapeno one is pretty good. I accidentally got that at one point,
Mm.
but I didn't get it a second time because it has cheese.
Right.
I found that out the hard way.
Yeah. Original Frito flavor, always a good one.
You ever had Frito chili pie?
I have no idea.
I have. It's actually pretty good. Redneck as fuck, but really good.
Sounds redneck as shit.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty common dish in Oklahoma.
Of course.
Yeah. Always gotta have your Frito chili pie at a family event.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of like any other like rednecky dishes I've had that are like quintessentially Oklahoma redneck, and I can't think of any. However, my Nana R traumatized me with scrambled eggs. I can't have scrambled eggs. Because not only would she use like she used regular eggs. It wasn't instant eggs, but she would over scramble them to the point that they might as well have been instant scrambled eggs.
Oh, gross.
Like they were like chewed up rubber texture. And you had no choice but to mix it with ketchup.
That's kind of like how my mom is with scrambled eggs. I can make like a folded egg omelet for like a sandwich, and I don't cook it to death because I still want it to be like very soft and tender. So I can't tell that I'm eating it on a sandwich.
Well, I mean, I like eggs, but it's just like scrambled eggs were ruined for me because of my Nana, because she would always make them too salty. She would always over scramble them, and you had no choice but to eat them with ketchup, smothered in ketchup. It was horrible. But now I can't eat eggs at all. So
Yeah.
that could be said of a lot of things, truthfully. We are almost at time. Any closing thoughts, if you even have thoughts?
I don't have thoughts or anything in my brain. But thank you everyone who came by, Ricky, Kay. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.